And I think I did give them the word go as well. And I'm going to just change that, because I can tell that's kind of getting in the way here, and also a little bit too big. There we go. That's more like it. Wasn't sure exactly how ESL had set up, because now you can add logos in the game, which is a super cool feature, and ESL have obviously utilized that, and our logo was not in the game, so that's on X, but had to switch that out there. Alright, so now I think we are right about ready. So you're right, Nuke's going to be the first map, I think Mirage is the second map, and then Inferno for the third map, if it goes the distance. So that's also strange, that's Dignitas picking Mirage, not necessarily one of their strongest maps, although they have had results on it, but, you know.
Yeah, I'd say that Dignitas could actually do some damage on Mirage. I feel like this is really, like, the first two maps here in this best of 3 are pretty heavily favored towards Dignitas. So it's going to be up to the German team. It's going to be up to myKPV to really show us something tonight. You know, what can they do versus a team that has, well, that has excellent results on these maps, for starters. The one thing, however, is that there are two people that are new for Dignitas. So, you know, we are building them up as these nuke legends, but we have to keep in mind, Kerrigan is new here, and he's replacing Fetish, and Dupree isn't here. So his rifle isn't going to be on the board for Dignitas. It's going to be Once instead. So there's that to consider, actually. Maybe myKPV are going to get a bit of an easier road here, or at least let off a little bit easier at the start of the road, because they're going to be dealing with an incomplete Dignitas.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of Fetish, he was one of the people who held down the courtyard outside for Dignitas, and did so pretty incredibly with the AWP, which wasn't his usual weapon, but somehow on this map it seemed to work out really well for him. So I guess we're just going to find out how it all works out. I am continuously pretty depressed that Once isn't playing in the Danish scene, because he's kind of like when you look at the Finnish scene and you look at Aslak coming back and playing every once in a while, and he just wrecks everyone, and then he stops playing again. Once is a little bit like the same style. So I kind of, you know, when they said he wasn't playing, I was sad, but then when they said Once was subbed in, I was like, oh, I hope this is going to be the thing that makes him, you know, come back and play again, which I always do. So I guess we'll find out. The knife is coming up here, so once again, welcome to the show, everybody. We have got right in front of you the ESL Pro League Winter 2014 group stage here. It's KPV or myKPV.D versus Team Dignitas. Now with Kerrigan as the in-game leader, with Once as a stand-in, and we're just about to go live. Of course, I'm Anders. Semler's with me. We're the Room on Fire team. Vendetta's missing for tonight. We'll probably make him join in the future as well, and then we should be good to go. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys will have a pleasant evening here. We do have another game coming up after this one, which is myXMG versus 3D Max, and also best of 3. So a lot of Counter-Strike coming up tonight. Semler, I mean, I think we've already made clear who we think the favorites are, and I think the betting community did the same thing. It was like 90-some% in favor of Dignitas here.
Yeah, I think myKPV have a whopping 8% going their way. So people like to live dangerously, Anders. You know, you're always going to have those adrenaline junkies. They're going to find a way to sate themselves, you know, to sate that urge, that desire. And this game is one of those ways. If you're deciding to put skins on myKPV, best of luck to you. Because I think this is going to be, you know, a Dignitas show here.
I sympathize with those people. I did not bet on this game because I felt like I would have to be on Dignitas and the return would be so small that it wouldn't even be worth it. And I already used up my amount of crazy bets. I went all in on the Rhythm team, you know, in the American scene. And because I was so scared, I actually couldn't go to sleep before the game was over, and that was 5 in the morning. So I stayed up and watched the game, and they won, so I was super happy. But no, so yeah, a little bit of crazy bet here. But we're about to go live, and at least myKPV, they get to start on the CT side, so it's good news for them. Already out in the courtyard, we do have Skrunk looking for a kill with a USPS, and all he's seeing is a bunch of grenades flying in, and looks like actually Dignitas are going to go down to secret if they can just make it through, and they land a headshot on him as they run by. That's super annoying. And also Odo being shut down a little bit, and 3-man is just always 2 seconds too soon with the HE grenade, otherwise that would have been beautiful. But Dignitas, they at least stopped, so they've accomplished that much.
Yeah, they've accomplished pushing into Garage, at least getting some control here out in Yard, and they've still got a handy number of nades as well on the T side. So this is actually a lot to work with as far as Dignitas are concerned. Managing to hold on to this many nades, now we just have to see them actually use it. The question is, you know, getting down into long, looking towards that site, just clearing it out. What kind of defense can KPV put up? Because Skrunk is down to 13 HP on ramp. He's not going to be much use.
It's going to be pretty tough for him, no doubt. And actually, Dignitas are walking back up again. And is anyone going to catch them? KPV clearly think this is going to be a B push, but oh, they got Odo up here watching. That's a really good spot from him. It's still not going to be easy. The grenade rains down and does some pretty good damage, but not quite enough here. Device is going to pick up a kill right after Sipnix, and the bomb is going down. And how are they going to retake this? Scrunk? At least there's no more grenades on Dignitas, but even with a flashbang in like this, it's not going to be easy at all. You do see it pop right in, but not quite sure it's enough here. They do not have a defuse kit picked up, and they're falling. Cajun B picks up the kill. Scrunk with a good return, but Cajun will bit the double kill, and Team Dignitas had that round really well read.
More like they were like writing a story pretty much as they were going. That's how it felt. You know, Dignitas just getting down into lower, making sure the KPV were on their toes there, but then just wrapping back around. I mean, luckily for KPV, Odo was there, but he couldn't really do much to stop them. And the man who was holding in CT vents didn't really do much either. So it came down to when they needed to land the shots, myKPV couldn't really keep Dignitas out. And once Dignitas get onto the upper site with 4 guys, good luck getting them out of there. So problem is really that now myKPV, they've given up the pistol round on their CT side. Team Dignitas, you do not want to be giving them any rounds at all. So this is a real problem here for KPV. It's a bit of a rough start.
It really is. I mean, once you win the knife, you know you're going to be a little bit excited because you're hoping you get the pistol too, and that will set you off on a really good course to start the match with. But obviously that hasn't been the case. Now they are kind of set up outside. They do have armor and C-Seds as well. Even a 5-7 here on Scrunk. He's missing the shot. Maybe a little bit nervous there because looked like that should have been a big opening on Device. Now he's grenaded down to 7 health, and Odo will pick up the 1 kill here, but they're still getting overwhelmed outside. And actually Scrunk doing a really good job recovering and getting a kill. Now they're controlling the bomb, and they're in a 3-on-2. Cajun gonna walk right in on him. He knows he's behind that tire. Cajun looking for the kill, but he's gonna go down. It's all Sipnix now. 1-on-2, and myKPV actually doing a really good job outside here.
Well, that is surprisingly good. Problem is now that they still have Sipnix alive. He's still got a nade to work with, and going to see what he can actually do with here, because problem is that Jensen's got an AK to use now. He has been spotted, though. Sipnix just able to spot that in time. So there you go. Sipnix getting the first one, and now Scrunk trying his best, and he's going to get the kill. 5-7 to the head, and myKPV just like that. 7 HP left on Scrunk, the last man alive, and they pick up the second round.
That's incredible. I mean, considering how much of a failure it actually was that he didn't get the first kill on Device to begin with, and then he got grenaded down to 7 health, and with that, he survived the round and got 3 kills, so not at all bad. Dignitas kind of being a little bit too confident taking the fight out in Garage and actually just underestimating myKPV, I think, so that came back to haunt them. Grenade right in the face of Cajun is going to take him down to 54 health, even with the body armor, so yes, now they're back in the driver's seat here, the German team. Well played.
I'm curious now exactly what Team Dignitas are going to be able to do, because they have forced up in this round as well. Spent a lot of money. It's going to be an upper rush, though. Solid defense here, however, for myKPV, putting those rifles to use. You have to be careful, though. Kerrigan's still able to do some damage with that CZ-75 at range, but he's going to get overpowered in the end. Good peek by myKPV, both looking together, making sure that if one of them gets caught, the other one's going to get the kill. And myKPV, they still managed to live through a buy round from Dignitas with 3 guys alive, so it's not a bad showing there in the third round.
Yeah, interesting. No bomb plant for Dignitas either, so a little bit less money. Not that they would have been able to buy if they had one, but sometimes it can still be nice just to get as much money, especially being on the terrorist side of this map. You really don't want to be in a position where you end up ecoing too much. Now they're rushing outside with Glocks, so this should be essentially a free round coming in here for the German team, and doing all right. Cajun does get a kill on Scrunk. Shouldn't be more casualties than that, though, in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, right? I mean, Cajun with the P250. Headshot coming in from Wants, though. He's doing damage. Forces Jensen back around the silos, but this isn't going to help him, really. He's about to get overwhelmed. He walks out into the open, and that's all myKPV need to lock down the round, only giving up 1 man as well. So just really solid work now from myKPV, bouncing back from that bumpy pistol round. They've actually got it locked down. Now we have to see if they're actually going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Dignitas, who have now got full rifles and nearly full nades. A bit light on HEs, but the Danes still have something to work with here.
They do, and I mean, from all those smokes and only the 1 HE, generally speaking, if you wanted to do a rush into A or something like that, you'd want HEs and smokes just to be able to bomb the Heaven and also explode the squeaky door early on. So they're taking it slowly outside. Scrunk has the AWP actually now, but the smokes are going to prevent him from using it too much unless he just takes a blind shot through, which he tries to do. but they're returning fire as well, and I think it's smart that he just falls back here. Not really worth taking the risk at that point in time. So once again, Dignitas make their way safely down to Secret, where 3-man is waiting right across from the smoke down by the vent room, or the vents.
That's actually really nicely done here by him. He does waste his incendiary nade, so that's a bit of a shame there by 3-men, but he still stops the push coming in from Dignitas. Now it's up to Dignitas. Do they want to try and go for the same play that they used in the pistol round? Wrap up and go through A main and try and make an A play, but Skrunk is going to pick up Kerrigan and Radio. So that might throw Team Dignitas for a bit of a loop here.
Actually, some pretty cool play coming out from myKPV as well, down towards Secret, where they actually try to run through their own fire just to catch Dignitas off guard. It may seem silly, but it's actually a really good idea. But Dignitas had just fallen back, unfortunately, for the CT side. Device coming in with a good kill there to return. 3-man taking one down. Don't think Device realized there's someone right underneath him. He's going to smoke off, go for the plant, and there's Johnny picking up a kill. Skrunk coming in, looking towards the vents, and already Device dropped down. From behind, Sipnix goes down as well. Skrunk with a nice 180. It's going to be up to Device. Tries to get the bomb down in the last 7 seconds, and he'll be successful. He mean to make it out of the smoke, but not for too long. And actually a pretty good hold from myKPV. Once again, they're going to make it 4-0 now. Oh, 4-1.
4-1, and they are still keeping the key people alive, keeping that AWP alive. A lot of that comes down to the men who peeked out on long. Because I think for a second there, myKPV were almost about to get sold that it was going to be an A play, just like in the pistol, right? Where they go down long and then they come back up and go through main, Dignitas. I think KPV were thinking the same thing, because they started peeking around and lower and trying to find, angles to look at to see if they can actually spot anybody from Dignitas. And the men who pushed down to long just spotted Dignitas in time to allow them to set up any kind of defense there, myKPV. So, bit of a wake from Lady Luck with the timing, but still solid hold coming in from the Germans.
Yeah. Oh, and my camera has somehow locked on to the smoke. Are you kidding? I actually can't. I can't get away from the smoke again. This is a very interesting bug. I'm guessing. I'm not actually. Oh, there we go. I think the smoke cleared, so now I can finally see something else. I'm very sorry about that. It's the first bug I've found with the grenade follow function, so I guess it's good. We'll report back to Valve. Cajun picking up a good kill there and turns around to get the one on Johnny as well. So actually, Dignitas do make it out, getting into the A bomb site, getting the bomb down. It's very, very hard to retake from the heaven area once you try and get in through that ladder, especially if you don't have anyone flashing you in or something like that. So Dignitas picking up a second round.
Yeah, and that was a real brawl, actually. I mean, quick play there from Dignitas trying to change up the pace, realizing that slow play wasn't maybe not working out for them as well as they would have liked, so they decided to go for something a little quicker. And it did work to catch KPV off guard. Towards the end, though, it came down to KPV just landing the shots, and once again, they just couldn't quite do it. Cajun with a sick hold as well from the A side himself, so this is looking pretty brutal here. Dignitas now making sure that KPV can't get too comfortable. As far as the money is concerned, this is starting to get into dangerous territory for KPV, because Dignitas, they only need one more round, and KPV are going to be ecoing, and then Dignitas are right back in the driver's seat as far as the half is concerned.
Oh, that's how Nuke sometimes plays out, isn't it? You really can be pretty far ahead, but once you start to eco on the CT side, that's when things get really ugly. Odo almost getting shut down from Device. And I've heard a rumor from speaking with Dignitas that they were going to try and put a little bit more emphasis on having Device do the AWPing, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work out. Johnny might be waiting in a good position, and actually it's going to be Sipnix opening up with the kill on Jensen. That's over by the hut. Still a bit curious about how Johnny's going to get out of this predicament, because they boosted up on the roof on top of him, and they might also end up going down right in front of him. Once is making his way in, trying to check the angles, but a good pick off there from Johnny. It's going to be really important. There's more to come. Cajun is also down here. He's going to have to get out of there, and he realizes with the Molotov, really good play here. Cajun, though, a little bit more patient to get the kill. It's going to be all on Device here. 1-on-3 as he picks up the first one. Could actually get the bomb down here.
What? That nade nearly won it for him there. Skrunk down to 6 HP. That was so close for Device. But the bomb has been planted. That's the important bit now. And Device in a pretty decent spot. He seems to want to hold on to the AWP, though. So not willing to trade up for the M4A1, which he has right next to him. He wants to get that first kill. He's going to spot them both coming in through there, though. So that's valuable information for Device. Now he knows where both CT members are coming from. This could be huge.
Smoke out, flash out, they're already defusing, he gets the one, and 3-man is going to get the defuse in time. Device actually does pick up all 3 kills in the 1-on-3, but still loses the round. So myKPV, they really dodged a bullet on that one. If they had lost that round, that would have been eco, as you said, and Dignitas in a very good position. But as it is, they maintain their hold. It's an expensive round, yes, but right now they're still on top.
Yeah, talk about by the skin of your teeth. Device, I don't think expected them to go that quickly. Also, the smoke going down, I don't think he realized that they were on that bomb so fast. The sound probably covered it there, otherwise Device would have played that totally differently, or at least a bit more aggressive. But really nice play there by KPV. And now, all of a sudden, we've got an op on both sides. Dignitas forcing up as well because Device was able to hold on to his op. So they're actually going to try and just keep the pressure up. They know that there's no money on the German side. They know that they are low right now, so they just have to keep the pressure up. If they can win a round, they can still run away with this half.
I like this play from 3-man here. He's trying to get up out of secret, and it's a good headshot on Cajun. Very smart because so much focus was being put onto Skrunk from the Dignitas side because they were trying to have some sort of AWP battle going on with him, and everyone was focused on the fact that he had fallen back towards heaven and everything else. So maybe just the Danish team getting a little bit distracted here. Now they're trying to get back into ramp room instead, where now Skrunk is holding with the AWP, and they're just going to get shut down. The bomb even being dropped there. Karrigan letting go of that one, and it's Sipnix and Wants left 2 on 5 here.
A really nice op work by Skrunk. Wherever he seems to show up, at least he seems to get a kill per round pretty much with that op, which is pretty solid, all things considered. Gonna miss that shot there, however. Wants able to dart back around the corner in time, but as you said, that bomb is there. So eventually, Wants is gonna have to show himself if he wants to get something done this round. 20 seconds left as well. Doesn't give him too much time to act here.
Oh, he does miss the shot at the end as well. So, I think that round displayed a little bit of hesitation on the Dignitas side. And you have to remember, just to point this out as well, Karrigan has only been doing the calling in this team for a couple of days. So, it's going to take a while. Nuke is a pretty intensive map if you're the in-game leader. So, you know, it's a little bit too soon. I think if we want to have a real idea about how Karrigan is going to fit into this team, it's gonna take at least a month, I'd say, before we can start to really get a feel for it. But yeah, he's being put to the test already here.
Yeah, would you say they're taking a bit of a Navi approach right now? Ooh. Well, Device.
Almost catches that next kill, but he's still on the hunt. He's going to walk right in, and that's basically a shotgun shell, except it's a sniper rifle right on Johnny. So he's going to go down now. 4 on 3, and they've also stolen the M4A1 that Karrigan is now carrying around. I mean, myKPV are doing the right thing, though. They've lost 2 players, so now they're basically all grouped up. If you look at it, they're all at the A-bomb site, covering 3 different angles. This is a really, really good idea, because if they go B, they can just drop down the vents altogether and try and see if they can retake. So I kind of like this from the German side.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, really. They're just crossing their fingers, hoping the Dignitas are going to come knocking on the A site. Now that there's 2 rifles picked up on Dignitas, if they try and go B, rotate in, it's going to be a little bit tricky for KPV, but if it works, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be a perfect play from them. But it's looking like Sipnix, he's been boosted up. I mean, he's right on the edge right now, just hoping that somebody's going to peek, but nobody is there. However, if he can walk out and actually catch somebody off guard, this could be pretty interesting for him.
Well, Karrigan is going to flash him in, actually, and, well, Karrigan runs in, Sipnix goes down as well. The Danish team just running into a meat grinder up here. It's now just Device left here, 1 on 2, and he misses the shot as well. It's a double kill for 3-man. It's a triple kill from Otto, who picks up, well, 10 kills in the game so far, just being outfranked by Skrunk at 13. So Dignitas probably thought they could just brute force their way in. They had a 1-man advantage. They thought if you all come crashing into the A-bomb site from upper all at the same time, there's pretty much no way they can stop us, but they did.
That's a bit of a shame. I mean, again, it's a shame for Dignitas, and it works perfectly for KPV. You stack it up, but look, Dignitas now going to try and go for that change of pace again. They're going to go rushing right out onto the A site. Odo's going to pick up the first frag, but KGB is right behind, picks up Jensen. And there it is, Device walking in. 3 quick frags for Team Dignitas, and they've got control of the site.
2 on 2. Not a bad situation at all here for Dignitas. Grenade up there as well, but they're not going to wait. The CT side, they just rush into the bomb site. Device all alone, 1 on 2. He picks up the 1, and now he just has to get 1 more for the triple. He's been getting a lot of kills this game, Device, and he has to do just a little bit more. It's him versus Johnny, and Johnny's trying to take it as slowly as he can. He knows that the pressure is on Device right now, and if he can reposition himself, that might cause Device to rethink everything.
He's going to hear that bomb plant, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, Johnny didn't see him. You could see the shoulder of him just walking in, but Johnny's looking for that opening, and he's going to get it as well. Device walks out just at the wrong time, and it is another clutch that goes in favor of KPV here, making it 8 and 2. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised by how well the German team is playing right now. They're definitely the underdogs by a large margin.
They are. I mean, they have some experience under their belt as far as tournament play is concerned, but it's mainly been restricted to like ESL ones, Germany, that sort of thing. So not so much like in the international, it seems. So for them to be putting up such a good fight here versus Dignitas, this is really a pleasure to watch. It's again though, they're not out of the woods yet. I mean, Dignitas, they still have 4 rounds to get something done here in the half, or rather 5. So I mean, are Dignitas going to falter? They need 3 rounds pretty much, Dignitas. Their CT side should be impeccable.
Well, they're trying to overpower Scrunk in here, and they're going to be successful. Johnny might go down as well, and that would be a big deal. He manages to survive just barely. If he goes down, then all of a sudden, Odo and 3-Man have a bit of a rough situation on their hands. He nearly gets grenaded down as a follow-up. Now, 3-Man might be the key player here. They go for the plant on B, and if he has the timing right, this could really be the difference maker. He's going to open it up, and Carrigan is gone before the bomb goes down, but he can't close the doors quick enough, and Cajun is there with a headshot. Still a 2-on-2 and no bomb plant.
Oh, that was a crucial kill, though. And now Odo's going to start sowing some confusion in the ranks. Johnny is really low, so they have to be careful about him. But so Odo's going to be the one kind of throwing his weight around, stomping, making noise, trying to draw Team Dignitas' attention and perhaps set it up for his teammate, Johnny. But the bomb has been planted now, so Dignitas don't need to take the fight. It's all on KPV now to try and walk in here, and Odo will take out Cajun B. The one duel that Cajun B actually fails.
And Johnny's going to follow up with a kill on Device here. It seems like it's always Device who ends up in these 1-on-X situations at the end, and he's just not coming out on top at the moment. Will be another defuse going through, even with a little bit of delay there as they run for the AWP to pick it up. So wasn't a mistake, just wanting to make sure they can actually steal that sniper rifle. It's going to be now 9-2. It's a 7-round lead here for the KPV team, and I mean, in spite of that, in spite of the fact that they've won the last 5 rounds in a row, which is pretty impressive, they are still not looking that good economically. The fact is, Dignitas only need to win 1 round, and they're basically right back in this game. So, KPV definitely credit to them for doing as well as they are, but they've got to be careful. They've got to keep their heads in the game right now, because now is where it really matters.
Yeah, now is also all the pressure on Dignitas, because they're starting to run out of rounds to play with here. I'm still kind of curious to see like what they're going to have in mind. Scrunk once again starting off strong. Odo's there as well to take out Cajun B, and Odo gets a double kill, taking out 2 from the Dignitas push. And this is what I mean by like the Na'Vi play on Dignitas' side, at least, is like T-side just kind of run around. We've seen aggressive plays now like 3 rounds in a row. And they're kind of just throwing it out there, Dignitas. Like, okay, let's go here. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, let's try here. Because they're coming so close each time. So Dignitas just trying to keep the momentum up and fast, but it's not really panning out for him at all here versus KPV.
Really excellent read from Device, just walking right in to get that kill. Is he going to be able to follow it up? He will take down Odo as well, and looking for a third one, it will be Johnny walking right into it. Device is tired of losing these situations and is just going to take it on himself to actually bring it to a victory here. It's a 1-on-2, so 3-man has to try and clutch. If he gets this away, it's going to be complete robbery. Dignitas are going to be so mad if they can't win this round. One grenade does a fair amount of damage. He's going to smoke it off, so he only has to worry about the right-hand side, and he flashes his way in. He's going to move fast. Has to try and get this home, but he's not looking the right way, and he's being sandwiched in. Device with 4 kills in the round to win it. He's top fragging now at 16, and that's instantly myKPV back on a very, very tricky position now, because 4 rounds, historically speaking anyway, should be enough for Dignitas to actually win this game on Nuke. We've seen that countless number of times for them, so maybe the CSET 75s are going to save them here, Semler. What do you think?
Well, it worked for them in the second round, right? Only problem is this time around they don't have like the head armor, they don't have the Kevlar to dampen the shots, the blows. This is the real problem here. It's T-side, like the roster changes are really going to affect Dignitas on the T-side. CT side, I imagine they're all going to have it pretty well locked down as far as just like standard play. And, well, Team Dignitas are just brilliant on its CT side. It's something, you know, the Danish genes. So this is now where KPV need to just shut Dignitas down. Do what they did in the second round and overwhelm them fast.
And not looking easy right here. Odo taking a fight with Cajun outside. He's not even going to win it, and Johnny will be the last man standing. Jumping down into the spawn, it's certainly very action-packed and landing right at the right angle, not taking any damage at all. But it will be 9-4 for Dignitas. That, I think, is the minimum requirement for playing on the T side of Nuke. It's not exactly great. I mean, if this finishes 11-4, myKPV should still be pretty excited about what they've accomplished. But I think they know as well that if Dignitas win the pistol round on the second half, it could be a bit of a steamroll as well.
What's crazy is it's just Device having 16 frags out of 4-round wins for Dignitas. Like, that's how close it's been this entire game for Dignitas. The fact that he's able to do that. Looks like Scrunk is going to be getting a bit of a bombardment, although he is playing in a bit of a get-right position here. Pushed up close to T-Red. He's going to take the fight, but he's not going to win it. Cajun and Kerrigan picking up 2 frags. 3-man does manage to strike back and take out one of the Dignitas members, but this is still advantage Dignitas here.
Oh, 3-man's going to be so careful. He's realizing exactly where they are, but he's not aware of Kerrigan, and he could have almost got taken down then. As it is, they've only returned 1 kill for the 2 that they've lost. They need to do a little bit better here. Flashbang rains in. They get the kill from Jansen there. 3-man goes down, and it's Soul on Johnny, 1 on 3. He's coming up from behind, and it seems like Device knows. And now he's spotted him in his... I mean, it was already really tough, but in a 1 on 3 like this, if you can get the first kill without them even knowing where you are, then there's a decent chance you could win the 1 on 2. But like this, it's not looking easy. And now this game can actually finish 9-6. Dignitas would be just fine with that.
Oh, yeah, they would be ecstatic, basically. That would be a job well done right there. It's a shame for myKPV there because they did have like the proper read as far as the information that they managed to get. Johnny coming in from ramp, noticed that they backed off from ramp and they were in decent positions to deal with the push, but when it came down to it, push came to shove, Dignitas were able to bowl them over with solid rifle work. So once again, KPV, it's just that little, it's like a difference, you know, just that little difference that's not quite allowing them to put a stop to the Danish freight train.
Now, something that they did do, and actually I want to give them credit for this, because myKPV have really tried a lot of different setups outside. They've had 1 guy down secret. They've always had the AWP in all the way out. They've had a couple of people out in on the railing. This time they tried to be close to the silo and had 1 guy by T-Red, so they could sort of surprise them and crossfire them in here. But Dignitas were just a little bit too aware, and also I think Scrunk just took too much damage on those grenades early on. So there's a couple of things that didn't work out for them, which weren't all necessarily in their control. Just really good management from Dignitas' side. It's going to leave them in a really tricky spot now. They've already lost 1 person. They have only 2 rifles left, and 9-6 means Dignitas don't even really need to win the pistol round on the second half to have a really good half. They can afford to even lose the pistol, and they'd probably be all right.
They can bounce back as well. They're very good on second round wins, although Odo with the CZ is keeping them honest here. They're trying to sneak their way in. Sipix is going to wrap around and pick up Odo finally from the locker room. But that was tough. That is scary as well for Dignitas. When you know there's a CZ lurking right around the corner and you have to get up close to be able to root him out of there, you're not really happy about taking that fight. You're really not.
You kind of know you have to, but you don't want to, right? It's like if you have a lasagna in the oven and you forgot your oven mitts, but if you don't take it out, it's going to burn similar, so you have to save dinner, but you take it out, you burn your hands, right? Is that a perfect analogy? I think it was.
Yes, I think lasagna is sacred, man. You're right. That is the perfect food. If it was anything else, I'd say let it burn.
Yeah.
But lasagna? No, lasagna you have to get one way or another, man.
It's 9-6 now. I feel really bad for myKPV because they put up such a good fight. Honestly, they really did well. They lost the pistol. They bounced right back with that great triple kill from Scrunk out in the garage. Then they won 4 rounds. Let Dignitas have 1. Then they won another 5 in a row, and things were looking really good. I mean, they were about to have a great first half against the best nuke team in the world, basically. And then tragedy just struck, and they lost 4 rounds in a row. So that's a big problem.
Yeah, that was just exactly. I mean, that shows you just how careful you have to be. It's not over. Like, the half is not won until the very end, until you play out that 15th. Is Dignitas, you give them 1 opening, and they win the half outright. But now we're going to see a very aggressive play coming out here from KPV and the pistol. They're going to go rushing out onto the A site. Good smoke to block off main as well. They just have to find the frags. Kerrigan's going to be able to do some damage, but this is now advantage Dignitas. Man advantage, in fact. They've managed to put the halts, or at least put a stop to the push.
Credit to Odo for doing some really great bunny jumping down on the site to try and avoid KGMB, but it wasn't quite enough, and now Jensen is in a very tough spot. He's trying to smoke his way out. That's a great maneuver. He takes 1. He goes, no, he can't get the second one. Device will take him down with 25 health left. That was actually really well played from Jensen, because otherwise he would have just been killed very, very quickly. The pistol round is down to a 1-on-1, and they just cannot win it. Now Dignitas is in an absolutely great position to win this map.
That's Vendetta smiling right there. And like, okay. Going for the rush, going for the A rush. Okay, I approve. I mean, it was a close call. It's a close thing, but it's been like that the entire half, it seems. These very close situations, and once again, KPV not quite able to make it work for them here. Device. Okay. Yeah, did you watch that? That was pretty neat. That was clean.
Not even caring, right? Not even worried. Kerrigan practically walks into Odo with the P90 and just unloads on him, just empties the whole crit lip into that corner. Johnny hiding by the fire extinguisher. If it was a movie, maybe he could shoot it and, it would spray out like fire, fire extinguishing foam, and in that foam he could kill Sipnix. But in this game, the Bison just has too many bullets that he could not survive. So 9-8, and we're moving into the 18th round here. Dignitas well on their way. And the thing is, when it was pretty clear that Dignitas were lacking some cohesion on the terrorist side, where you do need some strats. On the CT side of Nuke, everyone just has to be pretty good at holding their angle, and the team is going to be fine, and Dignitas most certainly are. But a rush is coming in already here. Kerrigan with the P90. He's trying to follow them down, but they're already dead. Just nothing but corpses falling down the vent there, and it's going to be Kerrigan finally to pick up a kill. Johnny, the last man standing in a 1-on-4. A quick round coming out from myKPV, and a nice attempt, but Dignitas just saw that coming.
Yeah, this time around, Dignitas are prepared. They just annihilate that push. 1v3 now, though. Johnny is putting up a really good fight here. Gets 2 kills, brings it back to a 1v2. Question is, he still needs to be able to get on this bomb. Gonna go for the drop, and runs right into Kerrigan. Peekaboo Pro 90 to the face. And there you go, Dignitas. They managed to keep control, but that was a bit funny there at the end.
He left Kerrigan on 15 health. He could have almost 1-on-5'd them then. That was actually a really good effort. They say Jenny has a gun, but maybe Johnny does too. 9 for 9. We're moving into the 19th round, and things are looking good for Dignitas. Economically, not so much. They still have lost a lot of rifles, so there's an opening still for the German team to get back in the game, force that eco on Dignitas' side, and see if they can't get a little bit more out of it here.
Oh.
Once and Device outside, they jump down into the grenade as well, and it's a slaughter. Oh, man.
Oh, I was admiring the idea. Because they clearly, that was a play that KPV have practiced a lot, because they had 3 guys running in towards Silo, the quick boost up, and then another boost on top of Silo. Like, the whole team was just about boosting up on the Silo fast. And then I was thinking, it might be a problem if you're carrying the bomb and you die on main, right? Instantly, Device just like picks him out of the air, drops the bomb up on main, and that's when I'm like, yep, that's when that doesn't work. That's when that really hurts, because your whole round is screwed at that point. You're never getting that bomb back.
Smoke all the way up. Oh, is it going to land right there? Yes, please tell me it is. That's perfect, actually. So Device thought he was going to get a clean angle here with the AWP. Well thought up from the German side. Again, watching these smokes with the grenade follow function is a real pleasure. But Cajun doesn't really care about smokes. He's just going to be spraying blindly through and picking off Odo. So that's annoying as hell for KPV after all they went through to put up those smokes.
All right, now it's Cajun B is going to be the point man here for Dignitas. If they decide to push out onto the lower site, it seems like that's what KPV are setting up for. Smokes to go down. There are the nades, but Device already starting. He's picked up the guy up on Silo, so that's 1 man down. Dignitas are going to have to lock down this lower site now, however, because KPV are still knocking.
Bomb down. 1 guy trying to make it into Toxic. He really wants to kill. Once up there, he does a lot of damage onto Kerrigan. This might not be too bad for the terror side. They could actually make it out of this round. They just need to kill a couple of people. S. Jansen taking out 1, and he's going to be alone. And somehow 3-man never made it into Toxic at all, which I think is a big mistake. So once took down Kerrigan after everyone was dead?
What was that?
What just happened, Semler?
I don't even know. I was just like, that was a great retake. That's about as good as it gets. And then after way after, Wants just shoots Kerrigan in the side of the head. Okay, then. I guess it's just like that troll moment where like, haha, we did it, man. Yeah, great job. You know, you're just like jokingly shooting your teammate, but you don't realize your teammate has like 5 HP, so you kill him. Yeah, those are sad times.
Oh, man. And you really killed a couple of them with grenades earlier, so you're over your limit, and then you get banned for like a week or something.
The insta-ban.
Device again is up here, and are they going to land a similar smoke? Yeah, he already heard it popping, so actually falls back this time before. He's a really quick, you know, the best possible lab rat here, Device. Oh, the grenade is going to land right in the middle of them. That's a touchdown. That grenade did more than 100 damage combined. And that is definitely very rare. That's devastating to the Terrorist team. That's going to be so upsetting for them. Now they're trying to get in here. KPV and Sipnix are holding, and they got Karrigan with them as well. This is probably going to be a slaughter for myKPV, and they can't afford to lose this round. They got to start winning, otherwise Device and the rest of them are never going to let up. Cajun picking up 2 kills. Enough bullets for a third one. C-set 75 in hand is not even going to need it. Scrunk was probably supposed to backstab once the bomb was down, but because the first part of that plan never really got fulfilled, it just doesn't work, and it is going to be 4 kills for Cajun B. He's top fragging at 24. He's even overtaken Device, and now it's 12-9. A big lead now for Dignitas.
Yeah, big. This is where it's totally out of control. I mean, yeah, I was kind of towing the line there with totally out of control, but the fact that like 3 of them have really solid money on Dignitas' side, they've got that cushion now, and even maybe 2 rounds where they'd be able to lose and still be able to buy, and that's the crucial part here. So long as KPV cannot force Team Dignitas to eco, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to win. Nice P90 work here, or P90. CZ75 work rather by Sipnix. Good control, gets some 2 kills.
Yeah, man, this is quickly getting completely out of control. And also now the money is also in a situation where KPV would need to win like 3 or 4 rounds in a row. So if they bring it back to like 13-13, probably they're going to get a free round after that. The likelihood of that happening says, you know, little to none at this point in time. Dignitas they've kind of regained control of the map again, like we thought they maybe would. It's going to be a fast rush inside this time for the German team, trying to see if they can connect. Scrunk making it out, looking for the kill. It's going to be Jansen to pick it up, and Karrigan is in there so little health. Grenade rains out. Karrigan is somehow... Yeah, he's going to go down. I thought he was going to stay alive. The flash comes through as well. It's going to be another kill coming in here for Device, and we are in a 2-on-3 advantage here with KPV.
Fresh smoke goes down. He spots a man out in the open. Does he get the shot? Oh my god. I thought for a second their Device was going to get that. That was way too close. But KPV, that was just, again, perfect timing. Dignitas just a half second too late in getting into their positions on the A site. Karrigan, he was caught out in the open trying to jump on top of Blue Hut. He couldn't get there fast enough. A sick flash as well. I mean, again, KPV showing that they've got some polish when it comes to their plays. At least with the rushes like that, they really managed to get everything just right. Although I did really like Karrigan going like full YOLO and just jumping in front of Squeak Door and hiding in the smoke there. If somebody tried to bump into him, that would have been brilliant. He probably could have got a kill, but he was so low on HP, it was really tough for him.
Well, the first round is down. There's another 3 to go before we really start to see eco territory, or at least 2 to go before Dignitas is going to be forced to eco. But still a good job on KPV's side. I like that 3-man at the end. He was actually spraying at the smoke initially, and when the vents broke and one of the Dignitas guys made it out of there, that's actually when he just like held down mouse 1 and kept spraying anyway. So that was pretty cool. Now look at Dignitas. Once all the way out here. This is exactly what they did earlier, or was done to them, and Once just has a lot more success. Picks off 2 people, but KPV tried this exact same thing, and it didn't work for them.
Device is right on the edge as well. If they try and run past in front of him, he's going to be able to spot them through an edge in the smoke here. Perfect positioning. He misses it. Misses the shot and tries to make it happen with the CZ, but it's not meant to be. It's only going to be autoed now. Last man alive here. Bomb dropped out in the middle of nowhere as well. That certainly isn't going to help things.
Tough position. He does spot one face there and tries to get the wall bang on, but they're shooting back as well. He gets the first headshot, but he's down to 15 health, and even worse is Sipnix lurking up behind him here, looking to finish it for Dignitas. Auto sniper. It doesn't even matter if you miss. You can just hold it down.
Yeah, how many shots did he miss there before finally landing the one? The guy had 15 HP, Sip.
He's not concerned about the cost of ammunition, similar. He's backed by Dignitas. You know, Odie, he's going to pay all of that.
Okay, so the Danes are funded by the Brits. Perfect.
Exactly. It's a deadly combination.
Well, you know, English breakfast, right? You gotta have bacon.
That's true. There it is. There it is.
It makes sense.
It's an age-old corporation. Scrunk still going for the smoke, in case you did not see it earlier. This time it won't really affect anyone, but it's still a nice one. Lands right at the catwalk outside, so that you can kind of see it popping down there. Cajun, if you wanted to go up there, wouldn't be able to. But last time he just sprayed for the smoke. This time he's going for it again, and does connect with a little bit of damage. Just kind of a tickle there going on. But even worse, this Device has actually hurt all of them going down, so they definitely know what's going on here on the Dignitas side. Device wanted to run back in, but Scrunk was left behind to pick up that kill. Nice thinking coming out from the German team. That's a very good plan.
We're going to have to see if KGB is going to be in the proper position this time. It is not going to happen. Perfect flashes there. to give KPV access to the site. The smokes, everything looking so clean from KPV. Good smokes to block off ramp, good flashes to lead the way. Dignitas are just blind every time they try and go around a corner.
Great work from Odo that round. He does go down to the hellish auto sniper of Sipnix, but that was actually really impressive. He got the kill opening into the vent, then he turned 180. I guess we could say it's a no-scope because there's no scope on that AK, but he's turned 180 and got that kill as well, so it's a really nice follow-up. That actually did such a big difference. That meant they got the clean entrance here. They lose a couple of people trying to hunt down Sipnix, which is a bit of a shame because they don't have that much money, but I don't really blame them for wanting to cause a lot of economic damage here, and they're up to 11-14 here. I mean, the comeback still feels very unlikely to me, but they're showing some real quality here, KPV, I would say.
No, I mean, this has been back and forth here the past couple of rounds. And if they can pick up another one here, I mean, KPV, if they can pick up another one, 3 guys have money on Dignitas' side right now. 2 of them are flat broke, but 3 of them could potentially force. It's still going to be very close, though, for Dignitas. So, KPV, they aren't done quite yet. We need to see Dignitas just kind of lock things down here for them because they're sitting on the edge of map point, rather. I'm curious to see if KPV are going to have anything more prepared for them here, however.
This time, I think they wanted to get a pick off. Skrunk was sort of looking in towards ramp, where Sipnix is holding with the auto sniper, but a smoke came between them, and they, you know, that little battle was sort of put on hold at least for a while. I think KPV right now just want one entry flank anywhere on the map, basically, so they're just spreading themselves pretty thinly. Now that they haven't got it, it looks like they're going to go outside instead, in fact.
Yeah, Skrunk landing that jump up to Silo. He knows that Device has been lurking out here a lot on his CT side, so good play here by him trying to find the opening, but Device is going to strike first. Edge of the smoke? Or is he in secret right now?
He's just in secret,
yeah, he's in secret,
going completely ham, and that's going to be 4 kills for Device. I think they realized way too late in the game where Device was, and that's obviously that silencer as well, making it really tough to spot what's going on. It's such a tricky play, and it can be worked in so many different ways. You can actually... If you have someone spotting all the way from the back line and you see people hiding behind T-Red, this guy can throw basically a free and completely safe HC grenade up and just do a lot of damage. And if your mate outside can actually just flash your way in, you know, that flash pops and you then peek out of a secret. Very, very powerful tool as well. Once pushing outside and is going to get the first kill here. It's 15-11. It's map point currently for Team Dignitas.
And once again, this time around, he's actually going to make it work. Now we need to see if he can turn this into more than a 1-for-1. If he gets caught out here, however, that's going to be a bit of a shame. He needs to either fall back and find a way out of this situation or get a second frag.
I do like the fact that the Germans have picked up Tech 9s instead of C-SEDs. That Tech 9 is a bit of an underrated weapon currently.
There we go. He's going to be able to make a clean getaway once. So consolidating the defense on the A site. Right now it's looking like KPV, they've got to be scratching their heads wondering where exactly they can go, because guess what? Holding ramp is going to be Sipnix with a Scar 20, and that's not going to be a fun time trying to rush him down. He spots the first man, and then just begins to light them up! 2 kills, 3! Can he get the 4th? Yes, he can! And Sipnix, 4 kills at the end. A perfect hold from him, and Dignitas have got their first map.
Yeah, it was certainly a fun time for Dignitas, but I don't think myKPV exactly rejoiced at that kind of slaughter. So Dignitas, I would say, predictably win nuke, but 16-11, I thought it was going to be way more one-sided. I didn't make a prediction early on, but if I had made one, I would have said like 16-6 or something like that. So pretty impressed by myKPV to actually bring it that close. If they had won the pistol round in the second half, you know, that one-on-one that it came down to could have been a lot more